Hi everyone, Jess here today with another Kitaholic Kits design team layout. Have you cut those exclusive cut aparts that have been made by the wonderful Anita on our design team? I hope you have, because they are just stunning. So I have cut out the full floral background and I really wanted it to speak for itself. I really wanted it to be the highlight of this page. So I've just backed it on a piece of plain burgundy colored paper. It's just from my stash, but it's the perfect color to match in with the rest of this kit. And I've got two large, one 4x6 photo and one 3x4 photo here that are going to be the feature on the page. And I'm going to do some really minimal embellishing happening just around those photos. I also pulled this little title, "This Happened," out of my stash. You can see here that the two photos are actually of a fire. My family is from East Gippsland, and as a lot of you know, there have been some massive fires happening in New South Wales and East Gippsland at the moment, and Victoria at the moment in Australia. And so at the height of the bushfires down in East Gippsland, this was the view from our front porch in Bairnsdale. So pretty scary stuff, and I just wanted to document that we're all fine. Our family, our immediate family is all fine, but obviously the local community is pretty shocked, and there's been a lot of devastation happening in Victoria and New South Wales at the moment. I'm not here to talk about that though. I'm here to talk about my layout. So as I said, I'm going to do some really embellishing, good word there, embellishing. I'm going to use the florals just to tie in with the floral background, and I'm really sticking with those sort of the pink, the maroon, and the mustard color. I'm not introducing any other colors onto this page. There isn't a lot of other color, having said that, in the kit, but there is a little bit of green and mint, and I am not putting that onto this particular page. I really want to keep this sort of as monochromatic as I can. I'm not sure if it counts as monochromatic when you've got more than one color on a page, but just those three colors. And I really love the way this layout looks. As you can see, I added on a little mini subtitle using the thickers, and they say Bairnsdale Fires. I'll also add the date as well with my date stamp, but I do that later on. I'm adding on some of the exclusive cut aparts there, the real life. There is also an iPhone cut apart, and I'm going to use that as well because that's how these photos were taken, just using my iPhone. That's just how, no fancy cameras. That's just exactly how it looked in the raw. And then I'm basically done. This is so simple, just some beautiful love hearts. Again, just anything that sort of matches in with the coloring. I did feel that the cluster there that I'm fiddling with now was I don't know, it was kind of hanging on its own. It didn't have anything to plant it. So I am just popping in that tag from the cut aparts, exclusive cut aparts again, and that just sort of helps center that layout, and the same with that cluster, and the same with this one over here on this side. I just felt like the flowers were sort of hovering in midair. And even though you can't really see the tag, it is there, and it does just give that sort of that base to put the cluster onto. Then I am popping on a few of those enamel dots. I started by just using the white color, but then I decided because there's so much black and the photo is so dark, I added on a black one as well. And my layout is finished. This is it. This was so beautiful and so easy to whip together, guys. I highly recommend cutting out those exclusive cut aparts. This one in particular just speaks for itself and does all the work. I hope you are enjoying your February kit. How are you going with your layouts? I am up to layout number 3 and I am loving it. I've got so many ideas in my head. So stay tuned for more. Thanks everyone, and I'll catch you next time.